So it is currently 8 a.m. and I was back testing. So yeah, a bit of a late update. It's 8:34. It is Tuesday the 18th of August 2026. 2026. I felt like I was gonna cough there, I don't know why, but yeah. But yeah, there it goes. So yeah, Tuesday 18th of August 2026. And these are lows. The lows have been broken. Yeah, lows have been broken. So this is now the low London session. If it breaks this low, then we'll be looking for sells. If it breaks this area, we'll be looking for buys. And we'll be looking for 1 to 3. So yeah, that is the update for now. And we'll keep you updated if we do get into the trade or there is a trade that plays out. But yeah, that is the update this morning so far. Okay, so we now have a break of London, this high. So 2 pips would be around this area here. Stop loss would be 4.9, so 6.9. 6.9 stop loss. Why am I saying 1 to 2? 1 to 3. 1 to 3 would be there. Yeah, that'd be about 2 pips. So yeah, we look for an entry at around there. And this would be, get rid of this now. So 1.3, I'm pretty sure, would be the right lot size. Stop loss of 1.35218. Okay, so I'm entered on both accounts. I'm gonna type in the stop loss 1.35218, which is exactly 200, well, exactly $100. Target is a 1 to 3. So 1 to 3 would be 494. So 494. Wait, I need to actually type in my entry. 29E. Okay, so 1 to 3 would be 505. That's the first entry, and then the second entry. So what would that? How much would that be? 279. Okay, that's close enough, I guess. And then the second entry was 1.3, 1.35. 295, 218. And the ones that be up there. Jesus. So 1 point. This is why a copy trader is very much needed. 1.3556 modify. But you know what? You know what? You know what? Get rid of that. Yeah, have that like that. Have that like that. It might be a bit ballsy. What I might do, 9944, because I'm going to be risking half percentage on my least profitable days, and Monday and Tuesday have proven to be my most profitable days so far. I might start entering with the same lot size in the same trade, right? If they do hit, let's say that's the rate, that's 50%. So if they get to, if my stop loss is here, if my stop loss is 6.9, or now a bit more, 7.7, and I enter about 50%, 50% is like half of, would be halfway through my position, because remember I enter on 2 pips away from 50%. So if I'm entering at, you could say 100%, which I have entered 100%, 50% would mean that I'm, what, 50% in drawdown, you could say. So if I enter on 50% drawdown and it does win, then I would have doubled my profits. So it might be something I try. It might be something I try. You know, it might be something I try. So yeah, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try that today, you know? Fuck it. You only live once. Fuck it, yeah. That's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna set a limit, buy limit. See, this is a problem with me. I'm a very impulsive person when it comes to trading. Day to day, I'm not impulsive, but when it comes to trading, do love a good. Let's just say there, for example, 1.35266 had stop levels 1.235, 1.35218, place buy limit. Do the same thing on the other account. Buy limit 1.35266, 1.35218, place buy limit. So both buy limits have been set on both accounts. And yeah, if I win, great, double bubble, 6% on each account. And that would be 12%. No, yeah, it would be 12% in a day. But if I lose, it's 2% on each account, near enough. Because it probably would hit full stop loss, which would be understandable. So we'll see. and we'll cancel the limit if it doesn't get hit by 10 a.m. So yeah, but this is just something I'm going to try, you know. I'll try it for a couple trades, you know, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We're risking less anyway because they're our least profitable days. From back testing, you don't see them back testing video soon. And yeah, we're just gonna risk based on our days of profitability and the days we can increase our odds type of thing. And we're gonna go off back tested results type of thing. But yeah, we'll see how these trades do. We'll give an update if limit gets hit or whatever. But that is it for now. That is it. Okay, so the limit has been tested as you can see. So we're gonna take a screenshot here. Screenshot's been taken. Yeah, limit got wicked into here is 859. So we're in two trades. So in total we're risking 2.6 lots, and that's about I think we're risking altogether like 1.6%. My average losses are 0.7%. So risking 1.6% altogether. If my average 1% loss is 0.7%, then it's not that bad. You know, it's not that bad at all. But if we get fully stopped out, then we lose 1.6%, and that's just what it is. And the rest of the week, we'd be risking 0.5%. You know, only gonna double up and do this on Mondays and Tuesdays, and we're just gonna see how it does, you know? See how it does. But yeah, so far, so good. We'll give you an update if it is TP or stop loss. So, update, trade lost. The trade did lose, and we was in that trade for. I'm just gonna start using this as the tool now to know how long it took. So the trade lost here, 3 hours and 20 minutes, and I actually closed out on this candle. It didn't actually stop me out, so I closed out on this candle. So that's a positive, I guess. So 3 hours and 20 minutes. So I'm gonna go. Oh, yeah, I need to journal it first, but I need to see how much I've lost today. Trading accounts, update, update. But yeah. Sink in, sink in, sink in, sink in, sink in, sink in. But yeah, in regards to the trade, I didn't think the trade was a bad trade. I thought, it's a good trade. It's a Tuesday as well, so that gave me more confidence in taking it. Yeah, it's just unlucky, you know. Break structure at the lows, created this high. Break structure, strong bullish candle, retested in 50%, bought, did well, and it started consolidating around here. Then it reversed against me at lunchtime, which is it's okay. Still sinking. Oh my god. Fucking hell. Let me try to refresh it. Now I've just got blue screen. Great. Good, it's been updated now. Okay. So what's today? The 18th. It's the 18th. saying I've only lost 141. Don't think that's true. 87, 87.54. Uh, oh, this one. I was thinking that doesn't make sense. Yeah. See, I knew something was up. This one hasn't updated yet. But yeah. I'm also gonna get rid. I'm not gonna call them account. I'm gonna change the names as well. Edit account name. Account one. Account two. Both updated now. Yeah, good. So if I go to calendar, I'm down. Why is it still saying 1 point? 18, 818, okay. Calendar, count one. Why is there no trade here? Why is there no trade on the 18th on account two? Am I losing the plot here? Anyways, I'll just have to manually input it. Okay, so on one account I lost 1.2%, but with fees and everything else, 1.4%. Then the other account I lost 1.5%. So 1.4 plus 1.5 is minus 2.9% total. So not that bad. Yeah. So yeah, not that bad. Oh, did I even take a picture of the trade? I do that like that as well. So it's clear. Download image. Okay. Trade rating, give it an A. Trade rating, give it an A. Time of trade. What did it say? 3 hours and 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Day. Tuesday. So that's all that stuff. Because US, Asian lows. Break structure of most recent London high with a higher, no, with a, what's it called? A lower high. No, a higher low. What am I talking about? I was right the first time. With a higher low that entered on BOS and percent trade is in profit for majority time. Uh, consolidation at highs of London under session after retesting highs with a wick POS downside POS then a POS of buy entry buy then a POS of buy entry structure so manually closed. So breaker structure of Asian lows, which was here, London lows, Asian lows, still the same thing to me. Breaker structure on most recent London high, which was this bullish candle here, with then with a higher low. So that was the higher low, because that would be the low. That's the higher low. And it created a new high. So entered on the breaker structure candle, which was over here. 50% was, I can't remember 50% is, but it was around here. So ended on that. Then trade was in profit majority of the time, as you can see. For hours it was in profit. It retests into here, and it was in profit this whole time until here. Consolidation at the highs, these are the highs here. You can see it's consolidating, starts to move sideways, not really going nowhere. Retested the highs with wicks, so retest here, retest there. Struggled to close just above. Broke structure to the downside because if you're saying this, if you say this low is the most, isn't the most recent structure because it created this break and retest, then structure is broken to the downside. So, and then this low has created this high, and then this high is broken structure here. But I'd probably just call this my structure point because this is the highest point. So the highest point can have a deep retest into this area and it not be a problem. But where the problem came from is this high created this low's then created this high, then this high's broken this structure, which it should have held, and then broken the structure of where my buy entry was originally from. So then it means now that the trade is invalid, and then that's why I manually closed. So yeah, that's that. That's the journaling done. That's the trade done. 3 hours, 20-minute trade. These are the other trades that I've lost. So tag them with A, 3 hours, 20 minutes, 3 hours, 20 minutes, Tuesday, Tuesday. Let me just check. That's so good. No calendar. Let me check how much it says I've lost. Oh, it says I've lost 2.9% in total. That's interesting. Oh, I did say I lost 2.9%. Oh, yeah, I did. That's 2.97%. So let me type in the exact amount. 2.97%. No. Red. Red. So yeah, that's this week so far. So we're down 2% here, 2% here. So we're down 4%. Well, 5% this week, as you can see here. Week 4. So we're down 5%. Overall, we're down 4% this week. But hopefully we can put it right. As you can see, Tuesday was a winning day. 2.9%. Wednesday was a winning day. But if I just stick to 2% on Mondays and 2% on Tuesdays, 2%, well, 3% on this Tuesday, wouldn't have taken this big of a loss. It would have been half or a quarter. Wouldn't have taken this big of a loss, would have been a half or a quarter. So I would have been up 2.4% this week. And then this week, I would have been down, if this was half, it would be 1500. This would have been 2%, so I'd have been down 0.5% this week. Plus this loss, then I'd have been down 1% this week. So I wouldn't be in profit this week. So I'd be up in total between these 2 weeks, up like 1%. Then this week would have just cleaned out all the wins for the previous week, and then I'd have been down about 4%. So yeah, I think so if my maths is correct. Let me go back, see if Monday and Tuesday won again. Yeah, Monday win, Tuesday win. Go back again. That don't even count. Yeah, I think before that. But yeah, Monday, Tuesday win. These would have been all half, so the profits would have been crazy. 0.5, 1, then 1.5 minus 6, so that would be what? 5.5 or something. 5.5. 4 point, no, 4.5, yeah, it'd be like 4.5. And then if you was to minus this as well, then it would be at 2.2. 4.5 would be at, no, my maths today is cooked. We'll be at 2.5 or something like that, around that. So yeah, interesting stuff. Yeah, we're just gonna continue on Monday, Tuesday, when I risk 2%. I think Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I think I might just risk 0.25%. You know, I'll up it to 0.5% once I've passed or later on down the line. But I think if I want to pass as quick as possible, I can't have the 0.5% chipping away from the profits. So I'm gonna risk 0.25%. You know, I want to build enough data for them to see if they actually are profitable in the long run. But I also don't want to build try to build that data whilst losing profits, if that makes sense. So I want to be able to take the trades, but they have zero effect on my account, like a zero effect, a 0.5%. Them losses after 10 could be minus, after 10 could be minus, um, after 10 trades, it could still be 5% that I've lost, you know, if they do take 10 losses. And 10% definitely will eat away at the account, but minus 2.5%, it's not really gonna have that same effect. So I'd rather risk the two the I'd rather risk 0.25 instead of 0.5%. Just so it has no effect on my profits. But yeah, so far trading this way, we've got Monday, Tuesday losers. We'll see what Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday have to bring. But yeah, that is it for it. That is it so far. That is it.